That tower is impressive, even as a ruin. I wonder what dreams it might hold.
That's what the skull helped you find? Right. Not ominous at all.
We should search the area.
Redcliffe has seen more than its share of troubles. That the rebellion should play out here.
What do you need?
True enough. It's good to...
It's good to see you.
If the Inquisition wants to field a decent cavalry, it needs better equipment. I heard Seeker Pentagast might try to acquire suitable mounts from Master Dennett in the hinterlands.
Oh, and who are you to be fishing around for? And what's that mean for you back in Arnsberg?
About as much as it does here.
I won't go back. Your kind killed the most holy. Lies. Your kind let her die. Shut your mouth, mage!
Enough!
Knight Commander!
That is not my title. We are not Templars any longer. We are all part of the Inquisition.
And what does that mean, exactly?
Back already, Chancellor. Haven't you done enough?
I'm curious, Commander, as to how your Inquisition and its herald will restore order as you've promised.
Of course you are. Back to your duties, all of you.
What do dwarves do when magic gets out of
Well, when they're ready, piss off.
Even down in Orzammar?
Friend, I've never even seen Orzammar. But dwarves don't have mages, so magic likely isn't a big problem.
Mages and Templars were already at war. Now they're blaming each other for the Divine's death.
Which is why we require a proper authority to guide them back to order.
Who? You? Random clerics who weren't important enough to be at the Conclave?
The Rebel Inquisition and its so-called Herald of Andraste? I think not.
If the proper authority hadn't completely failed, the Conclave wouldn't have been needed.
So you suggest I blame the Chantry and exalt a murderer? What of justice?
That won't help restore order in the here and now.
Order will never be restored so long as this rebellion is allowed to fester.
I'll make sure they see reason in Val Royeaux.
I pray you're right.
Though you had granted them power over the very Fade itself.
Apothecary Adon will have more poultices for the injured as soon as
Greetings,
possible,
Herald of
Revered Mother.
Andraste. How fares your quest to seal the breach?
I'm doing everything within my power.
A task such as closing the breach is a heavy burden. I hope you do not carry it alone. We remember Andraste, but Andraste did not carry the Chant of Light alone. She had generals, advisors, and though it is considered heresy to say it, she had the aid of the elf Chartan. Do everything within your power, but remember those who would help you.
I appreciate your insight, Mother Giselle.
Take it for whatever it is worth. You walk a difficult path, and there is little enough I can do to aid you. In any case, I pray this Inquisition proves less brutal than its predecessor.
Farewell.
Farewell.
I don't know if Apothecary Adon can get you that many healing drafts, Revered Mother.
If he cannot, then he may simply tell me no.
Though you had granted them power over the very Fade itself, though they sang hymns of praise unending, though they could do anything, they destroyed nothing, created nothing. There was no word for heaven or for earth, for sea or sky. All that existed was silence. Then the voice of the Maker rang out, the first word, and his word became all that might be. Though you had granted them power over the very Fade itself, though they sang hymns of praise unending, though they could do anything.
You're back. And in one piece.
Farewell.
are the righteous, the lights in the shadow. In their blood, the Maker's will is written.
Having the Herald address the clerics is not a terrible idea.
You can't be serious.
Mother Giselle isn't wrong. At the moment, the Chantry's only strength is that they are united in opinion.
And we should ignore the danger to the Herald.
Let's ask her.
What can they do? It's just talk. Don't underestimate the power of their words. An angry mob will do you in just as quickly as a blade.
I will go with her. Mother Giselle said she could provide us names. Use them.
But why? This is nothing but a...
What choice do we have, Liliana? Right now, we can't approach anyone for help with the breach. Use what influence we have to call the clerics together. Once they are ready, we will see this through. The city still mourns.
Just a guess, Seeker, but I think they all know who we are.
Your skills of observation never fail to impress me, Varric.
My Lady Herald!
You're one of Leliana's people. What have you found?
The Chantry Mothers await you, but so do a great many Templars.
There are Templars here?
People seem to think the Templars will protect them from the Inquisition. They're gathering on the other side of the market. I think that's where the Templars intend to meet you.
Only one thing to do, then. They wish to protect the people from return to Haven. Someone will need to inform them if we are delayed.
As you say, my lady.
Not open today. Not until this fast is over, at least. Too many swords out.
Stand wary, guardsman. The Inquisition is here, along with the Herald of...
This Inquisition is heresy. You will not look on my doubt.
Good people of Val-Royaux, hear me. Together, we mourn our divine. A naive and beautiful heart, silenced by treachery. You wonder what will become of a murderer. Well, wonder no more. Behold, the so-called Herald of Andraste, claiming to rise where our beloved fell. We say this is a false prophet. The Maker would send no elf in our hour of need.
You say I am the enemy. The breach in the sky is our true enemy. We must unite to stop it.
It's true. The Inquisition seeks only to end this madness before it is too late.
It is already too late. The Templars have returned to the Chantry. They will face this Inquisition, and the people will be safe once more.
Still yourself. She is beneath us.
You're not here to deal with the Inquisition!
As if there were any reason to.
Lord Seeker Lucius, it's imperative that we speak with...
You will not address me.
Lord Seeker?
Creating a heretical movement. Raising up a puppet as Andraste's prophet. You should be ashamed. You should all be ashamed. The Templars failed no one when they left the Chantry to purge the mages. You are the ones who have failed. You who'd leash our righteous swords with doubt and fear. If you came to appeal to the Chantry, you are too late. The only destiny here that demands respect is mine.
If you're not here to help the Chantry, then you just came to make speeches.
I came to see what frightens old women so, and to laugh.
But Lord Seeker, what if she really was sent by the Maker? What if...
You are called to a higher purpose. Do not question.
I will make the Templar Order a power that stands alone against the Void. We deserve recognition. Independence. You have shown me nothing, and the Inquisition, less than nothing. Templars, Val Royo is unworthy of our protection. We march.
Charming fellow, isn't he?
Has Lord Seeker Lucius gone mad?
Do you know him very well?
He took over the Seekers of Truth 2 years ago, after Lord Seeker Lambert's death. He was always a decent man, never given to ambition and grandstanding. This is very bizarre.
It doesn't look like we'll be getting the Templars to help us after all.
I wouldn't write them off so quickly. There must be those in the Order who see what he's become. Either way, we should first return to Haven and inform the others.
Excuse me, but is what they're saying real? The Inquisition's going to fix the hole in the sky?
We're going to give it a try, at least.
No one is doing anything. The Chantry's useless, and the Templars... Andraste... I never thought they'd abandon us. Listen, your camp will need food. I have contacts. We'll have deliveries there in days.
You want to help the Inquisition?
Never been part of something this big before, but... if your Inquisition's going to seal the sky, I want to help.
What do you think, Cassandra?
I think the woman is asking you and not me.
Well, she is.
The Herald of Andraste. Yes, I understand. Haven is a mess, but we won't turn away anyone willing to help. Invite her, if it pleases you.
Head to Haven, then. We need good people.
I don't know if I'm that, but it will be nice to see. Thank you.
Ever since our Divine was murdered, toothless old fools are lost without her.
What's that? An arrow with a message?
Well, that
Our
was a
Templars
change of
left.
affairs.
The Chantry promised they'd defend us.
look around.
This victory must please you greatly, Seeker Cassandra.
We came here seeking only to speak with the mothers. This is not our doing, but yours.
And you had no part in forcing our hand? Do not delude yourself. Now we have been shown up by our own Templars, in front of everyone. And my fellow clerics have scattered to the wind along with their convictions. Just tell me one thing. If you do not believe you are the Maker's chosen, then what are you?
Someone who can help close the breach and end this madness.
That is more comforting than you might imagine. I suppose it is out of our hands now. We shall all see what the Maker plans in the days to come.
There's got to be a way to calm everything down and clean up this mess.
I hope against hope that may be the case.
Open? Yes, as open as I can be. If you've a need for the well-cut or the sparkling, perhaps I can help. At the very least, we can appear like everything is normal. Yes.
They left us. The Templars left us to the mages. Chantry liars.
Oh, yes.
Yes, thank you. Please.
Me, as there is but one world,
At once.
life, one death, there is but one God, and He is our Maker.
We shall see. All men are the work of our Maker's hands. From the lowest slaves to the highest kings. Those who bring harm without provocation, let all repeat the chant of light. With a bells the darkness of...
I can't believe this.
All's well.
Yes, thank you.
There is a war on, and the Templars just left?
I believe that
You are the Herald of Andraste, are you not? I have an invitation for you.
I am open to you and yours. I expect my customers to know a rarity when they see it, just as I do.
If I might have a moment of your time.
Grand Enchanter Fiona?
Leader of the Mage Rebellion. Is it not dangerous for you to be here?
I heard of this gathering, and I wanted to see the fabled Herald of Andraste with my own eyes. If it's help with the breach you seek, perhaps you should look among your fellow mages.
I'm surprised the leader of the mages wasn't at the conclave.
Yes. You were supposed to be, and yet somehow you avoided death.
As did the Lord Seeker, you'll note. Both of us sent negotiators in our stead in case it was a trap. I won't pretend I'm not glad to live. I lost many dear friends that day. It disgusts me to think the Templars will get away with it. I'm hoping you won't let them.
The mages weren't willing to talk to the Inquisition before. Why now?
Because now I've seen what you are. And I've seen the Chantry for what it is. Consider this an invitation to Redcliffe. Come, meet with the mages. An alliance could help us both, after all. I hope to see you there. Au revoir, my Lady Herald.
Come, let us return to Haven. Return to Haven.
You there. There's a shield in your hand. Block with it. If this man were your enemy, you'd be dead. Lieutenant, don't hold back. The recruits must prepare for a real fight, not a practice one.
Yes, Commander.
We've received a number of recruits. Locals from Haven and some pilgrims. None made quite the entrance you did.
At least I got everyone's attention.
That you did. I was recruited to the Inquisition in Kirkwall myself. I was there during the Mage Uprising. I saw firsthand the devastation it caused.
Sir.
Cassandra sought a solution. When she offered me a position, I left the Templars to join her cause. Now it seems we face something far worse.
The Conclave destroyed a giant hole in the sky. Things aren't looking good.
Which is why we're needed. The Chantry lost control of both Templars and Mages. Now they argue over a new divine while the breach remains. The Inquisition could act when the Chantry cannot. Our followers would be part of that. There's so much we can... Forgive me. I doubt you came here for a lecture.
No, but if you have one prepared, I'd love to hear it.
Another time, perhaps. There's still a lot of work ahead.
Commander, Sir Raiden has a report on our supply lines.
As I was saying.
There was no word for heaven or for earth, for sea or sky. All that existed was silence. Then the voice of the Maker rang out, the first word, and his word became all that might be.
Might be something here. Better take a closer look.
I've heard about Valroyaux.
We cannot stay here.
This is not right. I will not be joining them. At least the Inquisition does not stand directly opposed to the Chantry.
I will talk to you later.
Walk in the Maker's grace. We'll need some of your cloth for bandages.
Only the chant. Then the Golden City is thine.
You put a price on the love of Andraste?
Need something?
I read your Tale of the Champion, and I have a few questions.
That's a pretty common reaction. Go ahead.
What happened to the mage who destroyed the Kirkwall Chantry? The book never said.
Hawk made him stay to help put out the fire he caused. But eventually he moved on. Nobody else wanted him in Kirkwall. I don't know where he is now, and I don't want to know.
There's no way Hawk really could have killed the Arishok. It would have started a war with the Kunari.
I was told later that the Kunari disavowed his actions. Apparently the Arishok didn't get permission before he attacked Kirkwall, and the Qun didn't want another exalted march. When they finally sent a ship to haul the wrecked dreadnought away, they just said, "We will never speak of this again." As far as I can tell, that's the Qun's version of an apology.
Where are the rest of Hawk's associates now?
Meryl decided to look after the elves left homeless by the fighting. She's done a pretty good job of keeping them away from the mages and Templars, so far. I guess she has plenty of practice avoiding stupid human battles with her old Dalish clan. Fenris has kept himself busy, hunting down the Tevinter slavers who came south to prey on the refugees. I'm not sure exactly where he is at the moment. You can usually follow the trail of corpses, though. Isabella went back to the raiders. She's calling herself an admiral now. I don't know if she's actually in charge or just has a really big hat. Might be the same thing, honestly. Sebastian went back to Starkhaven. I'm sure he's boring all sorts of people there. Hawk's brother Carver is still in the Free Marches, helping the Kirkwall Guard keep order. Aveline is still guard captain. I'm pretty sure Kirkwall would fall into the sea if she quit her job. Need something?
The red lyrium we found at the temple seemed to upset you.
My brother Bartrand and I sort of discovered red lyrium during an expedition in the Deep Roads. We located an ancient Tig, so old it barely looked dwarven. There was this idol there made of it. Bartrand brought it back to the surface, and, well, everything's gone downhill from there.
How did the Red Lyrium get in the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
I don't know. So as far as I knew, the only piece to make it to the surface was destroyed. And the location of the tide it came from is a secret. Did someone find more of it in the deep roads? That's not a cheery thought.
I think that's enough on Red Lyrium.
Yeah, not really my favorite subject.
You dislike the Templars, sister?
No, I know their purpose, but you remember.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, the champions of the just. Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow. In their blood, the Maker's will is written. Is that what you want from us? Blood? To die so that your will is done? Is death your only blessing? You speak for Andraste, no? What does the Maker's prophet have to say about all of this? What's his game?
I speak for no one but myself, and I have no answers for you.
You probably don't even worship the Maker. Lucky. He asks a lot. The Chantry teaches that the Maker abandoned us. He demands repentance for our sins. He demands it all. Our lives, our deaths. Justinia gave him everything she had, and he let her die.
Maybe you should be angry at the people who murdered her.
If the Maker doesn't intervene to save the best of his servants, what good is he? I used to believe I was chosen, just as some say you are. I thought I was fulfilling his purpose for me, working with the divine, helping people. But now she's dead. It was all for nothing. Serving the Maker meant nothing.
Maybe you have another purpose. I could help you find it.
No, this is my burden. I regret that I even let you see me like this. It was a moment of weakness. It won't happen again. Come. To work, then. We will speak later.
Closing the breach is our primary goal. But I hope we might also discover what was used to create it. Any artifact of such power is dangerous. The destruction of the Conclave proves that much.
You don't think whatever created the explosion was destroyed in the blast?
You survived, did you not? The artifact that created the breach is unlike anything seen in this age. I will not believe it destroyed until I see the shattered fragments with my own eyes.
We would do well to try to recover whatever created the breach.
Liliana's people have scoured the area near the blast and found nothing. Whatever the artifact was, it is no longer there. In any case, did you need me for anything?
What do you know about the Fade?
A great deal from my wanderings. There are few hard facts, but I can share what I have learned.
I'd like to know more about the Veil.
Circle mages call it a barrier between this world and the Fade. But according to my studies in ancient elven lore, that is a vast oversimplification. Without it, imagine if spirits entered freely. The Fade was not a place one went, but a state of nature like the wind.
I don't know if I can imagine that.
Try. Imagine if spirits were not a rarity, but a part of our natural world. Like a fast-flowing river. Yes, it can drown careless children, but it can also carry a merchant's goods or grind a miller's flour. That is what the world could be if the Veil were not present. For better or worse.
I'd like to know more about demons.
Your Dalish say the demons hate the natural world, seek to bring their chaos and destruction to the living. But such simplistic labels misconstrue their motivations, and in so doing, do all a great disservice. Spirits wish to join the living. And a demon is that wish gone wrong.
Is there a way to coexist? To live with them? If not in peace, at least without such active confrontation.
Not in the world we know today. The veil creates a barrier that makes true understanding most unlikely. But the question is a good one, and it matters that you thought to ask.
I'd like to know more about the breach.
Simply put, it is a tear in the veil between this world and the Fade, allowing spirits to enter the world physically. Small tears occur naturally when magic weakens the veil, or when spirits cluster at an area that has seen many deaths. But your mark allows you to exert some control over the breach. That means it was created deliberately.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
You're back. And in one piece.
You said you thought Master Tajan was working on something special. If it helps, I found his notes.
The old codger was on the edge of a breakthrough here, but he couldn't see it. You want some of these mixed up? You just give the word.
Farewell.
Let me know if you need anything. It's good to see you.
It's good you've returned. We heard of your encounter.
You heard?
My agents in a city sent word ahead, of course.
It's a shame the Templars have abandoned their senses, as well as the capital.
At least we know how to approach the mages and Templars now.
Do we? Lord Seeker Lucius is not the man I remember.
True, he has taken the Order somewhere, but to do what? My reports have been very odd.
We must look into it. I'm certain not everyone in the Order will support the Lord Seeker.
Or the Herald could simply go to meet the mages in Redcliffe instead.
You think the Mage Rebellion is more united? It could be 10 times worse.
Or you could stop bickering and make a decision.
I agree.
We shouldn't discount Redcliffe. The mages may be worth the risk.
They are powerful, Ambassador, but more desperate than you realize.
So it'll be dangerous. I've been in danger since I walked out of the Fade.
If some among the rebel mages were responsible for what happened at the Conclave...
The same could be said about the Templars.
True enough. Right now, I'm not certain we have enough influence to approach the Order safely.
Then the Inquisition needs agents in more places. That's something you can help with.
In the meantime, we should consider other options.
There is one other matter. Several months ago, the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Orlais, but they have also disappeared. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider the idea they're involved in all this, but the timing is curious.
That does sound odd. I agree.
The others have disregarded my suspicion, but I cannot ignore it. 2 days ago, my agents in the hinterlands heard news of a Grey Warden by the name of Blackwall. If you have the opportunity, please seek him out. Perhaps he can put my mind at ease.
And if he can't?
Then there may be more going on than we thought.
The Inquisition cannot remain, Ambassador, if you can't prove it was founded on Justinia's orders.
This is an inopportune time, Marquis. More of the faithful flock here each day. But allow me to introduce you to the brave soul who risked her life to slow the magic of the breach. Mistress Lavelan, this is the Marquis d'Aurelion, one of Divine Justinia's greatest supporters.
And the rightful owner of Haven. House d'Aurelion lent Justinia these lands for pilgrimage. This Inquisition is not a beneficiary of this arrangement.
This is the first I've heard of Haven having an owner outside the Chantry.
My wife, Lady Machin of Denerim, has claimed to Haven by ancient treaty with the monarchs of Ferelden. We were honored to lend its use to Divine Justinia. She was a woman of supreme merit. I will not let an upstart order remain on her holy grounds.
People have been injured. You can't just turn them out onto the snow.
And who benefits if they stay?
Divine Justinia, Marquis. The Inquisition, not the Chantry, is sheltering the pilgrims who mourn her.
Why is the Chantry ignoring the faithful?
Because it remains in shock. We face a dark time, Your Grace. Divine Justinia would not want her passing to divide us. She would, in fact, trust us to forge new alliances to the benefit of all, no matter how strange they might seem.
I'll think on it, Lady Montillier. The Inquisition might stay in the meanwhile.
Do the Durelions actually have a claim on this place?
His Grace's position is not so strong as he presents it. Despite their Ferelden relations, the Durelions are Orlesian. If the Marquis wishes to claim Haven, Empress Selene must negotiate with the Ferelden on his behalf. Her current concerns are a bit larger than minor property disputes.
I apologize for the intrusion. I didn't realize you were meeting with the Marquis.
You did little harm. In truth, the debate was most beneficial as practice for those to come.
You expect more people in Haven?
Undoubtedly. And each visitor will spread the story of the Inquisition after they depart. An ambassador should ensure the tale is as complimentary as possible.
The Inquisition is lucky to have you as an advocate, Lady Montillier.
Thank you. Let us hope so. Thedas's politics have become agitated as of late. I hope to guide us down smoother paths. But please excuse me. I've much work to do before the day is done.
All things in this world are finite. What one man gains, another has lost. Those who steal from their brothers...
Apothecary Adon wanted to know when you might be able to provide the materials he needs.
Demon you're the Herald. Or, well, the one they're calling the Herald, anyway. It's odd to see them accepting a mage as their hero. Especially a Dalish elf. One look at your face and it's clear you were never part of a circle. My name is Maeve. I research demons and other creatures. Seeker Pentagast and I use what I find to help the soldiers fight them.
I found something the demons left behind. Can you use it?
Yes, that's very helpful. Just leave it there and the Tranquil and I will examine it. Hello? Can I help you with something?
You said you were a mage?
No, just an apprentice. Circle mages must prove themselves in a ritual called the Harrowing. I was never very good at magic. I've got just enough talent to be a danger to other people. But when the mages rebelled, people like me had nowhere to go. The Templars would have killed us. Luckily, Seeker Pentagast took me in, along with the Tranquil I was protecting.
You said Cassandra has you researching creatures.
Yes. If you find anything interesting in your travels, I'd appreciate you bringing it to me. I may be able to find some weakness our soldiers can exploit when fighting various creatures. At the least, some materials are useful for making potions or gear for the Inquisition.
I'll speak with you later.
Travel safely. We can use that. Please tell me if you find something.
Excuse me. I've got a message for the Inquisition, but I'm having a hard time getting anyone to talk to me.
What's the message?
We've got word of some Tevinter mercenaries gathering out on the Storm Coast. My company commander, Iron Bull, offers the information free of charge. If you'd like to see what the Bull's charges can do for the Inquisition, meet us there and watch us work.
We'll consider your offer.
I appreciate it. We're the best you'll find. Come to the Storm Coast and you can see us in action.
I did not see good Templars and evil mages. I saw prisoners
The
and
apothecary
jailers.
would like to know why you need
The
so much
prisoners
death
learned
root.
fear, and the jailers cruelty.
Oh.
But the Templars serve the chop.
I'll tell the apothecary what you need right away.
Chancellor Roderick came to speak with me. Could you try not to antagonize him?
If I offend the man so easily, perhaps he should try leaving me alone. To work?
Let us begin. Let's see what we have.
Thank you for coming. Maybe you can solve this mess. Our missing patrols are being held hostage by Avar, barbarians from the mountains.
What are they doing in a bog?
That's the thing. Their leader, he wants them to fight you, because you're the Herald of Andraste.
What do they have against Andraste?
Well, the Avar think there are gods in nature, as in the sky has a god and the forest. The Avar say you're claiming to be sent by one, and they'll challenge the will of your god with their own. I think their leader's just a boastful little prick who wants to brag he killed you.
Should I autograph something for him before he tries to behead me?
They think readings for the weak. You know, scholars, lowlanders, or Legion peasants. Getting to our troops won't be easy. You'll have to fight your way through undead. Wait, you're not squeamish about undead, are you?
They're not on the list of my favorite monsters.
You'll want to stay out of the water, then. The Avar are holed up in the castle on the other side of the fallow mire. Make her willing, the Inquisition's people are still alive.
I've news, sir.
What is it?
You may want to look into this.
This can't be all of them. There must be more further in. Look, signs of a plague.
It must have been a terrible illness. No one's come to reclaim the land. No one living, at any rate.
Careful. Disturbing the water draws them out. Is that a beacon of some sort?
What are those runes? Never seen their like before.
to draw out the undead. We could use them to fight on dry land.
Keep an eye out for more then.
To report, sir.
No sign of the Avar who want to challenge me. Or the Inquisition soldiers.
I hope the Avar haven't gotten bored with the hostages and that they understand how hostages work.
You can mend the gaps in the air. So, you're Herald of Andraste. My kin want you dead, Lowlander, but it's not my job. No fears from me.
The other Avar kidnapped an Inquisition patrol. Are they all right?
A few were injured in the skirmish, but they were alive. Last I saw them. Someone's trained them well. They killed more of us than I thought they would.
I thought the Avar wanted to fight me.
Our chieftain's son wants to fight you. I'm called in when the dead pile up. Rites to the gods, mending for the bleeding, a dagger for the dying. That's what I do. I don't pick up a blade for a whelp's trophy hunt.
Farewell, then.
Watch the water.
And I thought Darktown was bad.
Nicely done. The Veil Fire may prove useful.
Oh, quite a smell.
These people never had a chance.
The runes are interacting somehow with the flame from the torch.
work. We have a path free of corpses back to the shore.
The fewer of these creatures, the better. Undead! They're endless! Run for the castle!
They're endless! We should head to the castle! They're endless! We should head to the castle!
Get to the castle! Get to the castle!
One down!
Herald of Andraste! Face me! I am the Hand of Korth himself! You face me!
Moving back!
For the lady!
You know, Seeker, for someone with your tact and charisma, you assembled a pretty good little Inquisition. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt and assuming you didn't drag them all here by force.
How kind of you.
I mean, you never know. You could have kidnapped Ruffles and she'd be too polite to say anything.
Liliana recruited Josephine. They're friends.
So there's a rational explanation after all. Just when I thought you had layers.
Herald of Andraste.
I've dealt with the Avar. Is everyone all right?
Yes, your worship. The injured need some rest, but we can return on our own.
I can't believe the Herald came for us.
I told you she'd come.
Your god looks after you, Herald. There lies the brat. His father, chief of our holding, would duel me for the loss if he cared enough.
The Inquisition has a purpose your chief lacks. Join me. Help us stop the breach.
Is this why the Lady of the Skies led me here? To help heal the wounds in her skin? Aye, I'll join you. Let me make peace with my kin and I'll find where you set your flag.
Was there something you needed?
Why would Templars break away from the Chantry?
The Order believes the Chantry no longer supports their efforts. Not to the extent they should.
But the Templars have served the Chantry for ages.
And in that time, they've come to take the Order's services for granted. Templars risk their lives against blood magic, demons, abominations, to feel as if those efforts are dismissed. I may disagree with the Order's actions, but I'm here as proof of that. But I sympathize with their frustrations.
Is there anything I should know?
The Lord Seeker's actions are a mystery, but the Templars will aid us. They cannot sit idle while the breach remains.
That's all for now.
Another time, then.
So we have Tevinter activity in the hinterlands, and the Templars are...
I heard the Templars have withdrawn.
Seems odd. I can see them breaking the Chantry's chain, but not running from a fight.
What do you know of the Templars?
Where do you think they get their leery?
There was no word for heaven or for earth, for sea or sky.
Researcher Minave wishes to verify that the infections have decreased.
To work?
Let us begin. Let's see what we have.
The Templars must help us close the breach. The Order was founded to fight magic.
We must first convince the Lord Seeker to bring the Templars out of exile.
We've received word from a knight recruit. They gather at Theronfall Redoubt.
It has been vacant for decades. Why go there?
We must approach the Lord Seeker again to get anywhere. We can ask him then.
The Lord Seeker made it clear he isn't interested in anyone unimportant.
So we must change how he sees us, no?
If it's status the Lord Seeker seeks, the Inquisition will approach him after allying with the noblest houses in Orlais.
They'll come with us to Theronfall and demand the Templars' help close the breach.
You believe that will work?
Even the Lord Seeker would find it difficult to ignore so many nobles on his doorstep.
Yes, especially when led by the Herald of Andraste.
Is it my good looks you need, or my winning smile?
Rumors you were saved from the fate by Andraste have grown legion among the Templars.
We've done our part to encourage them.
A herald with a few companions may be dismissed, easily set aside. That same herald returning with noble support will be reconsidered, as will the power of the Inquisition.
Isn't there the slightest chance the Lord Seeker will see my arrival as a threat?
Before, I would have thought he was a man of reason. Now, I could not say.
With respect, after his appearance in Val Royeaux, hang what the Lord Seeker thinks.
We do not need the Lord Seeker. We need his Templars, with or without his approval. The breach will not wait for our differences to settle.
Good news. Several noble Orlesian houses will petition the Templars to help us stop the breach. Lord Abernash will approach you. Sign nothing he offers, but his gossip's reliable.
I hope he knows the Lord Seeker's mood. The Templars will...
The Herald of Andraste! Lord Esmerel Abernash, honored to participate. It is not unlike the second dispersal of the reclaimed Dales. Nothing? Divinity puts you above such things, I suppose. The Lord Seeker is willing to hear our petition about closing the breach. A credit to our alliance with the Inquisition. Care to mark the moment? 10 Orlesian houses walk with you.
The Inquisition values this alliance, Lord Abernash. The Templars must see reason. We can't let the breach endanger us any longer.
Oh yes, ghastly-looking thing. The Lord Seeker can't think we're ignoring it. Speaking of which, I don't suppose you'd divulge what finally got their attention. Rumor will, if you won't.
What do you mean?
The Lord Seeker won't meet us until he greets the Inquisition in person. Quite a surprise after the spat in Val Royeaux.
The Inquisition only asks the Lord Seeker help us close the breach.
Then it's all been arranged by your ambassador. Let the diplomats work their magic if you trust them. Between you and I, the Chantry never took advantage of their Templars. Wiser heads should steer them. Here we are, Theronfall Redoubt.
Oh, it screams, I hate fun and kick puppies, doesn't it?
It appears they've sent someone to greet you. Present well. Everyone is a little tense for my liking.
I'd invite this lot out for drinks later, but I'm afraid they'd annex the tavern.
The Lord Seeker changed his mind about us rather quickly. Is he known for that?
Attack of conscience? I hear they happen once or twice an age.
Have you looked at the sky, Sir Knight?
Of course, but...
Is your order not sworn to destroy heretical magic?
Yes, but...
Then if the Templars won't seal this breach, action against you shall be required.
Action against us?
The Empress of Orlais, my dear woman, listens to her court.
Oh, Maker.
Where is the Lord? How much longer does the man think we wait?
What do you expect? The Templars chose the midst of a civil war to storm out like children.
Excuse me, Lady...
Countess d'Auvergne.
Countess, ma'am. Is it true that the Herald of Andraste is coming? Is she here already?
I was waiting for spontaneous flattery, but I suppose the game is up.
You mean you're... Oh. Welcome. We're not used to mages here. At least, none who are pleased to see us.
Should I worry?
If Andraste has chosen you as her herald, I am sure she made no mistake.
Look at this frilly bunch. Couldn't swing a sword without hitting a duke.
Why are we talking to them? That lord over there says he's seventh in line to Orlais' throne. Seventh?
Then the officers should be handling these lords and ladies. Where are they?
I present Knight Templar, Sir Delrin Barris, second son of Van Jevren Barris of Ferelden. Sir Barris, may I be so honored as to present Lord Esmeralda Abanache?
I'm the one who sent word to Cullen. He said the Inquisition works to close this breach in the Veil. I didn't think you'd bring such lofty company.
Paris. Moderate holdings, your family. And the second son?
This promise of status has garnered interest from the Lord Seeker. Beyond sense. The sky burns with magic, but he ignores all calls to action until your friends arrive.
Should a Seeker lead the Templars this way?
In an emergency, if there's no other recourse. But his goal should be to restore them to order.
He has taken command. Permanently.
If he feels there is a holy mandate.
That is what the Lord Seeker claims, and our commanders parrot him. The Lord Seeker's actions make no sense. He promised to restore the Order's honor, then marched us here to wait. Templars should know their duty, even when held from it.
How refreshing to meet a Templar who remembers his charge.
Win over the Lord Seeker, and every able-bodied knight will help the Inquisition seal the breach.
I have a feeling the Lord Seeker will take some convincing.
I wish I could reassure you. Lately, he sees no one but the officers. We've been asked to accept much, after that shameful display in Val Royeaux. Our truth changes on the hour.
Don't keep your betters waiting, Barris. There's important work for those born to it.
The Lord Seeker has a request before you meet him. These are the standards. An honored right centered on the people, the Maker, and the Order. The Lord Seeker asks that you perform the rite so he may see the order in which you honor them.
What if I fail?
Well, there's no correct answer. The ritual simply shows Watchers who you are and what you value.
Fancy title aside, I don't actually command the Inquisition.
That doesn't seem to matter. The Lord Seeker changed everything to meet you. Not the Inquisition. You. By name.
Why?
I don't know. He's been fixated on you ever since your horde of nobles arrived.
The Lord Seeker makes us shuffle flags around. Refuse! Let's meet the man already.
We'll complete the ritual as the Lord Seeker requests.
When you've completed the rite, I'll take you to him. Once you finish the standards, the Lord Seeker will see you, Herald.
Hang your own draperies, knight. We've business to conduct. What does the Lord Seeker want to see, Templar?
The Herald's choice, Abanash, not yours.
He's welcome.
The people, mages and common folk alike.
Templars, not
It's for their safety the order was formed.
Lord Seeker's been talking about...
Traditionally, a participant in the rite now explains their choices to those assembled.
Those are my choices. The rest is my own affair.
It's rather not. I'll not be shut out of any explanation these clods understand, if we're bringing them to heel.
I suppose those are your intentions.
My intent is to deal with people who matter. You helmed louts are wasting the Inquisition's time, and my time. Unacceptable!
The Lord Seeker awaits you both. Follow me.
Misty again. Cold today, too.
You're the one who said following the Lord Seeker would bring us to a better place.
Should we have stayed with the Chantries? They're like chickens with their heads cut off.
I'm still waiting for the Lord Seeker to reveal his grand plan for the Order.
He'll tell us. It's necessary, you know. You don't run a battlefield by committee.
Without faith, you've no knights. You've... Knight Captain.
You were expecting the Lord Seeker. He sent me to die for you.
Knight Captain, Lord Esmerel Abernash. Honored. It is not unlike the second dispersal of the reclaimed Dales. No doubt rank puts you above such things. A pity more people don't understand that.
This is the grand alliance the Inquisition offers.
Sabaris, I'm right in assuming the Knight Captain has seen better days?
You, be ready.
Yes, be ready to be left behind, Knight Captain Denham.
The Lord Seeker had a plan, but the Herald ruined it by arriving with purpose. It sowed too much dissent.
Knight Captain, I must know what's going on.
You are all supposed to be changed. Now we must purge the questioning knights.
For once, I agree with the...
The Elder One is coming. No one will leave Ferenfal who is not stained red.
Make us breath.
We must test the Herald. The Lord Seeker will see.
Is the Knight Captain alive?
Barely. If you use a healing elixir, he may survive. If he even deserves it.
We'll heal him. Let's judge the Knight Captain after we find his master.
The Knight Captain may have useful information.
The Knight Captain's keys. I would question the Lord Seeker about this Elder One.
Stuck.
It's barricaded from the other side.
They are monstrous.
You think?
It's horrible.
Like no Templars I've ever seen.
And yet there seems no shortage here.
Not what I want to think about. Here, let me try.
Prepare them. Guide them to me.
Was that the Lord Seeker?
I didn't hear him.
Show me what you are. I would know you. You will be so much more. The Herald of Andraste. It's time we became better acquainted. What do you think to accomplish? What will you become?
Is this shape useful? Will it let me know you? Everything tells me about you. So will this. Watch.
Are you trying to tempt me or copy me?
Are you trying to copy me?
Being you will be so much more interesting than being the Lord Seeker. Do you know what the Inquisition can become? You'll see. When I'm done, the Elder One will kill you and ascend. Then I will be you.
I saw through your game. What else do you think you can gain?
You are under the mistaken impression that I require consent. Every reaction, every protest is an answer. Glory is coming, and the Elder One wants you to serve him like everyone else, by dying in the right way.
Keep talking then.
I am not your toy. I am Envy, and I will know you. Tell me, Herald, in your mind. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you feel. Tell me what you see.
Our one chance to make peace between the mages and Templars, and now it's over.
Our enemies have surrendered unconditionally.
The Inquisition's strength rivals any kingdom in Thedas.
Our reach begins to match my ambition, but we will strive for more. Is imitating what you can't have your only pleasure, demon?
Accusing. Trying to find my weakness. Is that the woman you are? Were you in earnest when you chose the people's flag for the standards? For when I am you, the people will never forget what you do to them.
Who would stand against us when the Inquisition commands nations? No one wise.
How quickly the Inquisition's influence has spread. Kings and queens seek out its counsel.
When the Chantry fell, we despaired. The Herald of Andraste taught us to stand in awe of the Inquisition.
Do you see how glorious my Inquisition will be after you die at the hands of the Elder One?
You're hurting, helpless, hasty. What happens to the hammer when there are no more nails?
What are you? Get out! This is my place!
Wait. Envy is hurting you. Mirrors on memories. A face it can feel but not fake. I want to help. You, not envy.
Who are you? I've seen you before. Have I?
I've been watching. I'm Cole. We're inside you. Or I am. You're always inside you. It's easy to hear, harder to be a part of what you're hearing. But I'm here, hearing, helping, I hope. Envy hurt you, is hurting you. I tried to help, then I was here, in the hearing. It's not usually like this.
If you can explain this, I'm listening.
I was watching. I watch. Every Templar knew when you arrived. They were impressed, but not like the Lord Seeker.
The Lord Seeker is an envy demon. It wants to be me.
Yes. It twisted the commanders, forced their fury, their fight. They're red inside. Anyway, you're frozen. Envy is trying to take your face. I heard it and reached out. And then in. And then I was here.
How is my body frozen back in the waking world?
Thoughts are fast. We're here. Outside, a blade is still falling, hanging in the air like a sunset.
If no time's passing, does that mean I'm safe?
No. It would be good if you got out.
All right, Cole. Can I get out the way you got in?
Yes, but I think you would die. It's your head. You shouldn't be out of it.
Then how do I evict everyone else?
All of this is envy. People, places, power. If you keep going, envy stretches. It takes strength to make more. Being one person is hard. Being many, too many, more and more, and envy breaks down. You break out.
So, if we keep moving in my head, we tire envy into submission.
Maybe. I hope it helps. It's more than sitting here waiting to lose your face. This way. Ideas are loud here. Make them louder. Think of water.
Think of water?
Yes.
That thing can't help you. I will see more. What are you doing? Betrayed allies will curse your name. Like the first Inquisition, you will bring blood and ruin and fear.
Unless you don't. You don't have to. None of this is real unless you let it be.
Get out, thing! I am learning!
As Grand Chancellor of the Chantry, I hereby order you to take this criminal to Valroyo to face
The elf failed, Seeker. The breach is...
What do you say to your crimes, heretic?
This is a farce. I demand justice.
Have it. Take her to the gallows. The people will turn against a despot, demon.
I will clear their doubt. As herald, the lash will follow my word.
Baron, do you confess to conspiring against the Herald of Andraste?
I confess nothing. The Inquisition took my land and turned out my family.
Then your sons will be executed in the absence of a declaration of guilt.
What? They're just children.
It's dark, but it isn't real. Think of sparks. Keep going up. You're more you there than you are envy, and that tires it out.
Good, I think.
Days without food, one without water. I wish the Herald would tell me what she wants me to confess.
I haven't seen enough.
Chevaliers couldn't stop them. There weren't enough of them, boy. Val-Royaux is burning. The Herald March is here next, bringing even more demons.
I saw your other lies, and I'll escape this one too.
Determination. Such a useful trait.
You're letting the Herald see more to sketch her shapes, but what she sees makes her stronger.
Quiet! You wish to be difficult? Then see the legacy of the Inquisition. Its followers hosts to demons, your world ashes. Show me what you do with them.
Or don't. It can't make you, not anymore.
What then?
You're making it hard for Envy to think. It'll probably come out soon. It's angry, but that's okay. So are you.
I think we've escaped them.
What does it matter?
No!
Run! Almost there. Keep going up.
They say the Herald summoned these demons after Celine was murdered.
An abomination? Why did no one realize?
Wait, I hear something.
Flush them out.
One down!
Unfair! Unfair! That thing kept you whole, kept you from giving me your shape!
What could you gain from being me?
What could you gain? What? Ah! We'll start again. More pain this time. The Elder One still comes.
It's frightened of you.
Get out of...
The Lord Seeker!
No, an imposter.
That monster ensured we weren't prepared. I still don't know what we're up against.
That fake Seeker was an envy demon. Apparently I caught its fancy.
Envy? Then the Lord Seeker...
is caged or dead. Maker. It used the red lyrium to corrupt the Order, didn't it? I knew that miserable stuff was risky. They often give us new kinds of lyrium, our commanders. Some used the red stuff first to prove it was harmless. The Knights would have been next. That demon turned our leaders so we couldn't question when this started.
I can tell you firsthand it's a clever liar. Bring your best to stop it.
Our best. Templar, what is envy?
A coward, brother.
It studies, makes less mistakes, but most of all, it hides.
We need our veterans. Our commanders have turned, but the lieutenants may still be fighting. We'll hold the hall. You find the lieutenants and the uncorrupted lyrium stores. Bring them here, and I'll give you envy. Show those things no mercy.
Free to pass. I hope you're what they say.
The Templars who have not fallen to the corruption fight bravely. I pray there is enough of the Order to save. I hear fighting. We should return to the Great Hall.
Just in time.
How many Red Templars have you fought?
Some broke through to siege the hall. More will come.
We'll keep the hall, Herald of Andraste.
The Elder One wants her dead. Empress Celine. He hates her, haunts her, wants her dead, but hides. Why? He hid other things too.
An assassination plot the Empress?
I wonder why this Elder One wants her dead.
I hear fighting. We should return to the Great Hall.
Here, the untainted lyrium Varys told us about.
Well fought. This entire day is a disgrace.
You live!
It's good to see you alive, Herald.
Head back into the main hall. We'll meet you there.
Of course.
Make her save the Order. They're getting tougher.
Herald, you live.
You bless us. I feared you were dead.
Just get to the hall. Barris will explain.
Fight well.
Here, let me try.
I hear fighting. We should return to the Great Hall.
Well fought. That thing was Commander Teriel. I can't. Maker. What happened to them?
Regroup with Barris. He'll explain the plan.
Good luck.
assistance. Right. Keep them off us! We'll break this beast!
Red Templars, coming through the barrier.
I touched so much of you. But you are selfish with your glory. Now I'm no one.
Dark and desperate. Death to make yourself alive. I used to be like you. I'm not anymore. You shouldn't be either. It's trying to hide.
Silence! The Elder One promised you to me. Now no one will have you. What could you gain from being me? Everything!
The demon is dead. Andraste be praised. She shielded you from its touch. We've numbers across Thedas, but we let this happen. Our officers either failed to see it, or were complicit. The Templars are ready to hear what the Inquisition needs of us.
If that thing hanging over our heads doesn't terrify you, you're braver souls than I. The Inquisition can't seal the breach on its own. We need the Templars' help. Everyone needs your help.
You speak truths we should never have ignored. But the Order is leaderless, gutted by betrayal. We must rebuild it.
Your order is a symbol that holds the people's respect. That cannot die today. We offer you an alliance. Supplies, weapons, grounds to shelter you. All we ask is you help us close the breach.
Do we take the Inquisition's terms, brothers and sisters? The Templars will come. I hope your stronghold is ready.
We'll be ready for anyone willing to throw their hat in with us.
Officers betraying their soldiers, Templars without leaders, a demon imitating the Lord Seeker. We should have taken them to task. The crimes they've committed.
Were committed by their officers. The soldiers of the Order will serve.
These crimes put them at our mercy, yet the terms of this alliance do not benefit the Inquisition as they should. You should have consulted us, Herald.
We still need to prepare for them. I have contacts in the lyrium trade. Regular lyrium.
If you'd be so kind as to put me in touch with them, I'll secure funding. How many Templars are expected? A few dozen veterans are coming ahead of the rest to help seal the breach.
How soon until these veterans arrive?
They're almost here. Templars don't like to be late.
Make...
Wait!
I came with you to help. I would have told you before, but you were busy.
That's fine, Cole. You just startled us, appearing out of thin air.
I wasn't air. I was here. You didn't see me. Most people don't until I let them.
Call the guards. This creature is not what you...
A moment, please, Cassandra. I would like to hear why he came.
You help people. You made them safe when they would have died. I want to do that. I can help.
Cole saved my life in Theronfall. I couldn't have defeated Envy without him.
But what does he want now?
I think he really is trying to help.
I won't be in the way. Tiny, no trouble. No notice taken unless you want them to.
You're not honestly suggesting we give him run of the camp?
Not freely, perhaps, but it seems a waste to... Hold on.
Where did he go?
I'm sure we'll find him somewhere.
Yes, we must make sure of that. I'll have people watch the boy. But let's not be distracted from the breach.
We'll need your help when the Templar veterans arrive. Take time to prepare while you can.